Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm going to break down the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur Champions Cup game that took place a few days ago now. I do apologise for the lateness of this video. I was waiting for a prop to come and here it has arrived. So I will be breaking down every Manchester United game, whether it be friendly or competitive match, up until next May. And I will do it for Flying Pig United. Please subscribe to his channel and like this video, especially if you like talking football tactics, because that's really what my portion is about and it's going to really interest you. And today I'm going to take on more of the pressing I was talking about, not to bore you, but with my prop I can show you more and show you some good things Manchester United did, how they took the pressing to the next level, and maybe some potential weaknesses, but they did a great job. So without further ado, here's my board, and I've got Manchester United in red, and I've got them set up in their formation that they were playing. You had Martial, centre forward, up top. You had Greenwood, James, Pereira, Pogba, McTominay, Smalling, Rojo, Wan-Bissaka, Ashley Young, and David De Gea. So they played 4-3-3, and I want to highlight the press. Now you can see I put a back four for Tottenham. They kind of played an odd diamond. They didn't do it very well. I was actually quite disappointed with Tottenham. But to focus on Manchester United, I just wanted to show you how we were pressing a little bit better and how Pereira's role in the team really even took Lingard's level of pressing to a new level, if you will, because I thought he was absolutely dominant. So you can see Spurs' left back has got the ball here. Now what we're doing, Greenwood would come up and he would show them inside. This is critical because we've got numbers in the middle here. Okay, here's our strength right now. So imagine their left backs on the ball, they're playing out from the back. We've got pressure showing inside. Now Pereira did a phenomenal job of being that cover player. Pressure, cover, balance. Those are the principles of defending all over the field, whether you be high up pressing, whether you be at the back four trying to soak up pressure. Pressure, cover, balance is the principles. We've got first attacker. Pereira was kind of a 1.5 attacker, which that sounds a little odd, but unbelievable really what he did. And then Martial, he's not the best presser in the world, to be honest with you, but he played brilliantly when Man United won the ball, always finding seams, always working off the shoulder. I was actually really impressed with him up front. It's almost sad that we can't play with Rashford and Martial up front as a two. I don't think that would work well for United, especially in this style with a pressing game, because you need 3 players up front to press well. And we'll get into that, but unbelievable. So imagine we're in here, Greenwood showing inside and Martial's coming across and giving that balance to us. Pereira's the second defender and he's kind of pressing from there. He did a great job all day doing that. And then we'd have James tuck in here. So Greenwood, Martial, Pereira, James, they tuck in here. Now, with that, we obviously need squeezes here, right? Wan-Bissaka, Young, our middle two, and we'd squeeze up. Now I'm not going to worry about where Tottenham are, but just imagine that's kind of our shape. Now the reason we squeeze here is to stop kind of the out ball over here. Now remember, that ball is not going to come over here. You're not going to play a 40-yard ball across your own goal. Likely, maybe you will, but in that case we would just slide across. I'm not going to do it all, but you just slide across the defence. So the real key here was show inside, the second press, if you will, the balance there, and then balance here as well with the fourth defender. Now, one thing I would highlight about Manchester United, I'm not willing to give these players the benefit of the doubt, McTominay and Pogba left a massive amount of space in this area here, which against the City, which against the Liverpool, which against the Spurs, to be fair, if they weren't playing poorly, would, I think, be exploited. Now, the reason you could give them the benefit of the doubt is because they saw that no one was in here. So if there was, they would have had to press a little bit higher, obviously. But they were sliding across as you do, sliding. You see, there's always a diagonal there, okay? Pressure, cover. Pressure, cover if it was that side, okay? So they're pressure and covering, but they were, for my liking, too deep to that press, okay? Now imagine the ball gets played into the middle here. We've got the press. We've got the second defender. We've got the squeeze there and the squeeze here. Now, what's crucial here is we're showing them outside in this stage. Balls in the centre of the park, what we were doing is we were showing them outside, okay? And then we would have push, push up here. Okay, again, these two have a massive responsibility. It makes me extremely nervous because I don't think Pogba's disciplined enough necessarily to do this. But what I would say is my thought of having Pogba in that free role, not going to work the way Manchester United are playing right now. With this high pressure, Pogba doing the Pereira job in here and always becoming that second defender, wherever it may be. Pereira was the second defender. Wherever it may be, Pereira is the second defender. That guy there, Pogba will not do that. Pogba will fail massively and become frustrated in that role. That is a Pereira, that is a Lingard role, not a Mata. You can't put Mata doing that, so that eliminates him. So the way they're playing, that pressure was superb with the front four, if you will, including the attacking midfielder, okay? And then the other side, again, ball goes across, James Press shows inside, Pereira is the second defender. We're getting balance, pressure, cover, balance. Pressure, cover, balance, and then more balance there. And again, these two have to slide across. There was too much gap in the centre of the park for my liking at all times, but for some reason Tottenham didn't have that player that could drop in and do that. And to be honest, they don't really have that player that's going to do that. They don't have that do you know what, there's not many players in the league that can drop in that hole like that. I can't even think of one right now, kind of like Lampard would have done, kind of like Scholes would have done. You know, you're not seeing Henderson doing that. You're not seeing these Liverpool players. David Silva could do that for sure. But that may be something that Man United can maybe get a little bit away with this year, but tactically it's nonsense, okay? But the point is, oh, I forgot to do this. Big no-no. Come on, Tom. We have to press as a unit, okay? The principles of defending, pressure, cover, balance, we had that against Tottenham Hotspurs. And the principle, the first defender, second defender, third defender, fourth defender, providing that pressure, providing that cover, providing that balance, was all over the park apart from the two middle players. They were, to me, a bit dodgy, but you could almost give them the benefit of the doubt because they could see nothing was happening, but they were a little bit too deep, and I think that could be exploited coming forward. That's all I've got. This board's going to be a staple in these videos. I've got another side to the board where I'm going to break down kind of half pitch so I can look at us defending, look at us attacking, and I'm going to go for the tactics as much as possible. But the 4-3-3 I think for United is obviously the style they're going to play this year. They're going to play fluid in attack hopefully, but they haven't shown as much as that as they could yet. But the press game was so much better, not quite up to Liverpool standards, not quite up to City standards, but almost in a way I don't see Liverpool and City utilising that attacking midfield in that way. I think Solskjaer's smart and he's seen that. I don't think that was by accident, because if you looked at Lingard in the first game, that was happening too. The problem was when we had the pressure and the Pereira player coming in, the third player was always on their heels. You've got to be on your toes. You've got to be on the front foot. You've got to be stepping forward, okay? So, again, please like and subscribe to the Flying Pig United channel. I'll be breaking these down. Tell me your thoughts below. Tell me if you disagree. Tell me if you're seeing something different. Football's a game of opinions, but Manchester United 4-3-3 played the press very well against Tottenham Hotspurs and really did play quite a good game of football. I really like that lad Greenwood. I thought McTominay was really solid. Young was okay, actually, for Ashley Young and the way he's been playing. Not Ashley Young of 7 years ago, but Ashley Young now. And Wan-Bissaka is an absolute beast as well. And I'll break down individual players throughout the season. I'll break down just groups of players, the defence, the midfield, attack, and then we'll go into systems like this. But I think the systems of play can sometimes be the most interesting. So, that's it. Pereira, all over the park, becoming that second defender in the press, showing them outside when it's central, showing them inside at all other times. United are onto something here, and Solskjaer's seen it. Like, subscribe, cheers.